What's up, everyone? Today we are going to do a tutorial video on the EU ProjectLazarus Life 1 servers, the most modded server on Rust. Alright, EU is the only one you can get onto right now. NA server's down for a couple months while they do maintenance on it. So whenever it comes back up, you'll be able to play on it too, and anything that was on EU will be transferred to NA. Obviously, if it wipes, you won't have anything, but you know what I mean. So we're going to get right into this. So when you first get on the server, you spawn in Livingston. You'll have 2 spawn points, not the 3 that it showed. I've been on the server for a little bit, that's why I have it. So you first spawn in Livingston, you'll be somewhere on the map. Alright? From this line south is not a safe zone, okay? From here down. There is a chance you will spawn down here also. But if you're down here, this is not a safe zone, okay? North of that line, all this is a safe zone. Alright? So you find out where you are. I am right there by the apartments. I need to go to the job center. So we'll run down here to the end of this hall. Turn right. Past all this trash. Job center. Alright. You want to run inside of the job center. Figure out who it is you need to talk to. This guy right here. Alright. I don't know why I said figure it out, but this guy right here. Alright. You'll come up to this screen here. Job thing. You can pick any one of these jobs except for police officer. Police officer is the only one you cannot join. You have to have 10 hours on the server and $10,000 in your bank account. All right, before you can be police. Once you reach those 2 requirements, you can be police. All right. So you want to start with miner or lumberjack. Personally, I would say start with miner because it makes the most, as you can see. Average earnings per task: 1,500, 1,100. All right. So the only difference is this one you could probably make a little more money faster because all you do is farm the trees. It's all trees. So, all right, this one we're already on. Current occupation, lumberjack, obviously. All right, I haven't done anything in it. It's just for the tutorial. 0,675. So, find task. Come up here. That's it. So you need 350 trees, 450 trees, and 550 trees. All right. Now you click begin on any one of these, and you can take it. You know, once you're done with it, once you take it, you head out to the mining site or the logging site, depending on which one you took. For me, it would be the safe mining site, or the safe logging site, sorry, which is here. All right. Just come out, travel down this road, turn on that little dirt road, and go right there. Safe logging camp right there. Now, there is another logging camp right here. It's a lot farther away, and it's not a safe zone. So when you first get on the server, I would say, my opinion, I wouldn't go down here. All right, because you'll get killed constantly. All right. So when you first get on the server, come over here. You can take the bus stops and get over there. One of these 4 bus stops takes you there. This one takes you to the mining site right here. This one, I'm not sure where it takes you. It might take you to the safe logging camp or somewhere else. I'm not sure, but you can take the bus stops, but they're $75 a piece. In my opinion, it's not worth it. Don't waste your money on the bus stops. All right. So once you get your selected job, miner, it will give you a pickaxe if you're a miner, and it'll give you a hatchet if you're a lumberjack. Okay. So once you get those 2 things, you run out here. All right. Whoop. You come out here. You run from there down here. The next place we're going to is the car dealership. Right there. So you run down here. Now while we're running, I'll tell you everything. That's where you can buy clothing in there. See it close. That's the general store. Alright. We'll go back in there when we get done with this place first. You can go in there, you can get food, you can get other tools. So if you want a better pickaxe, you can get your better pickaxe in there. You can get food, you can get, I think you can get medical supplies in there also. But we'll show you that in a minute. We're just going to run down here to this. Alright, this is the car lot in front of you, right here. Alright, movie theater over there, which I don't even think does anything, but never tried it. Apartments right there, which you can live in. I'll show you those in a little while. So jump through there. Jump up here. This guy right here. Bam. Whoop. Hit E on him. Now you can buy this car if you want to get the speed. Alright. Or this is the one you want. Okay. This is the one I would suggest you get right off the bat. So we'll click view. It has a storage area on it and the motor and everything like that. Rent it. All right. You'll have $1,500 minus $375. If you buy it, you're out your whole $1,500 and you can't do anything else. So, in my opinion, rent it. Plus, when you rent a car, it's better because you can store stuff in it that you can't store in your own vehicle. All right. Once you're done renting the car, you want to come over here. This guy, he sells gas. Okay. I'm just showing you this. What you want to do is you get done with him. After you buy the car, it'll spawn you outside on the ground in that little cul-de-sac right there in front of us. It'll spawn you right there. Get out of the car, come back in here, come over here to your ATM, withdraw some cash. I usually do 200, so put 200 there, click withdrawal, run back over to this guy on the left hand side, talk to him, put in 200, 200, click add, then click purchase. All right, and it'll give you 400 gas for the $200. All right, then you just go back out to your car. You left click on, sorry, you don't left click. You hit reload. Once you hit reload, you can put fuel in your car. All right, it'll tell you like that, like it said there in the corner about the road. It'll tell you have successfully fueled your car or you haven't, okay? All right, basically it does you that. Once you're in, all right, see how much gas I have. I have a little bit more than a little less than half, which is okay for now. I'm just gonna do this little quick thing. Okay, once you do this, you wanna go back to the pawn shop / general store area over here. General store is right there, see it? Pawn shop right next to it. The pawn shop's that building right there, which you don't need to go in yet. Right there is the pawn shop. In here is the general store where you want to go. Okay? Now I am going to buy food, so I'll show you a little bit how to do this now. $24. Withdrawal. Alright. Now you come in here, talk to this guy. $7.50 for ice pick. $5.50 if you're a lumberjack for the salvage axe. Okay? Then you hit next, food. If I was you, I would get some food before you head out, all right? Because you lose food and water on this server very quickly. So you buy your stuff, you get your food, you water. You know, I'm all full now. You go over. Once you have your profession, you go to one of the two places. You either go here or you go here. Up to you which one you do, obviously. So once you do that, that's it. You turn. Now, my personal opinion, once you get to the mining site or the logging camp in the little car that you should have gotten with the storage unit on the back, before you leave there, you fill up your storage unit on your car and your inventory completely full on both. Okay? That way, when you come back to the job center, you can turn them in several times before you run out of materials and have to go back. Okay? Because it's going to send you're going to have to go back and forth a lot. All right? Because you're going to have to go back and forth every time you need something from the mining thing, because when you do different tasks, you get higher and higher into that particular section. So show, click join. All right, see I'm level 30 on my mining. All right. So find task, NPCs, there's 5. I have 2 pages because I've been doing them. All right. Now this is what you get when you get higher up. It asks you for different things. Like I showed you in the wood thing, it only asks for wood. Okay. This asks you for a whole bunch of different stuff, which means you're going to need more materials to do these quests, which is why they pay a little bit more. You also won't have the room to hold that. You can fill your inventory up with a bunch of wood, you know, and your car's inventory up with all wood. Turn them in a bunch of times and make 10 or 15 grand without having to go back. Same thing with the mining. Mine everything when you get there. It's all visible. It's all easy to see. Everything like that. When you turn in a quest, it automatically gets put into your bank account. All right. You already know the withdrawal in that shit. You can withdraw, deposit, transfer, storage. You know, storage is just a small box. You know, so it's just a storage box. All right. So, in order to get your furnaces and stuff like that, I will take you there right now. I'm doing this thing in a hurry because I've already done it once and it seemed really long. So, I'm just trying to shorten it a little bit is what I'm doing. The first time I didn't have the the nakedness censored and my damn dick was hanging out. So, see, I have underwear on now. So, all right, you come in here to IKEA. Kind of like the gas station, you have to have the cash in your inventory in order to buy anything from this guy. But he sells your furnaces. This is a workbench. All workbenches are the same on this one. There is no level 2, level 3, anything like that. They're all this one workbench. You can make everything from that one workbench. All right, lockers, you know, he has deployables, other stuff like that. You know, next he has the battery. If you want to grow drugs and stuff like that in your base, you want to do that. You need this for the water and everything like that. You know, electrical, industrial. He has these. He has the battery. You know, the conveyor stuff, all that stuff. This guy sells all of it. The only thing he does not sell is the water catchers and the planter boxes. He doesn't sell those anymore. He used to, but he doesn't anymore. All right, so you have to either make them or buy them from another person. And the way you make them, you just craft them at a workbench. Okay, any level, the only level workbench there is. All right, now there are a different level workbench. Here's a level workbench right here. All right, workbench. This is it. You know, you can craft all that stuff here. Rocket launcher, all this. You don't need BPs, AKs right there, you know. Jackhammer is going to be one thing you want to get if you take up mining. These two things, as you mine, will be fairly easy to get. This is going to be a bitch. The diamond, there's only a couple ways to get a diamond. You can buy them off the marketplace if anyone has them for sale. Early game, nobody's going to be selling them. They might sell the jackhammers, but you're going to get a mostly broken jackhammer for $15,000 to $20,000. All right. So what you want to do is go over here to the pawn shop. Right? This little pawn shop right here next to the general store I showed you before. Go in there and buy a metal detector. Okay? Take the metal detector and whatever weapon you choose to knock the little flags, a shovel or whatever you get, and come over here to this area right here. Debris field. Walk around the debris field with your metal detector until you find the diamond. It might take you an hour. You might get it right off the bat. You might get lucky enough to get 2 of them right off the bat. You know, I don't know what it'll give you right off the bat. It's obviously random, okay? But that's where you need to go to get it. Or you can get diamonds by robbing the bank. You can get diamonds from robbing the Federal Reserve, all right? You can break into the prison, but that's pretty much to get your friends out of jail, all right? Now, you can also break into people's properties. All these little things that don't have any names on them are all properties that you can own, all right? You know, there's a bunch of them spread out all the way around the map. Plus, there's storage units, apartments, and houses just inside Belksville and Livingston, which is where we are now, okay? Belksville is not a safe zone. Livingston is a safe zone. Anywhere down here you could be killed, all right? Only this upper part is a safe zone here. This lower area is not a safe zone, all right? So once you figure out what you're going to do, you go do it, you come back, then you can start doing different things, all right? Once you get a couple $1,000 in your account, you can either keep mining and go and buy a place to stay. So you buy a place to live. For the most part, right off the bat, you'll be living out of your car with a little storage box on the back, okay? But this little storage unit down here, see storage? These little storage units right here are a good place to start if you're new to the server and don't know what you're doing. You come in here, close the door behind yourself so you don't get killed while you're in here, /phone. You type /phone and it brings up your real estate. Purchase. It's $2,220 or $2,925 to buy it. $731 every 24 hours. You have to pay this separately. You have to pay this every 24 hours or you will lose it and it just opens the doors. And whatever was in here is pretty much anybody's fair game to get, okay? Now this particular one, that workbench, doesn't normally come in them, all right? See, it's the same workbench from before, all right? That does not normally come in them. Somebody had rented this and lost it. They didn't pay the rent on it. Somebody else came through and emptied it, but that workbench was bought by someone else and put there. It's not normally there. When it wipes, it won't be there anymore. You see, this guy owns this one, you know? This guy owns this one, but put a furnace outside. You know, also too, with the furnace halfway in the building, you can't use it like that because you're not, I have to raid it in order to use it. I'd have to raid the building in order to use the furnace. So all these storage units are all able to be rented. There's not a lot of people on right now because the wipe was supposed to happen on Friday, but it didn't. You know, there's a couple of them that are still rented, but most of the time everybody gets the apartments. So I'll show you those next. All right. Those are 1 sheet metal door to loot. Apartments are 3, I think, or 4 doors to loot. So we'll come in here. Apartments. These are the higher end apartments, the little more expensive apartments, because they're high quality doors. The other ones might have 3 or 4 sheet metal doors. These have high quality doors. So see, high quality door. All right. So 1 door, 2 doors, 3 doors, 4 doors, main loot. Okay. Now you could put boxes on the floor in here if you want to buy them. You could put them down. You could put furnaces in here. You could put anything you want in here. You could put a workbench in here, whatever you want. Okay. That's up to you. Come out here into the kitchen area, and you stand here and you type /phone. Enter. Purchase price $23,400 and $5,850 every 24 hours. There's 4 doors in here. That's actually accurate. Okay. You know, that door, this door, and that door. Oops, sorry, no, I said that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4 doors, okay? There you go. You can turn the switch on and put lights on, whatever. Alright. You know, that guy has one. There's also the same one upstairs is rented also. So, because there's, you know, there's 2 levels here. That goes up to another level up there. I'm not going to show you all that because this video is going to be too long if I start showing you everything. Okay, we're back in Livingston, back in the safe zone, the apartments. The other apartments are pretty much the same layout, except they're sheet metal doors. They're not high quality doors. So I'm not going to bother taking you in there because this video is going to be way too long if I do. Alright. What I'm going to show you now is some of the places you can buy to use as your base that are a little harder to raid, plus they allow you to do other things. Alright. I hate this car, man. It spins out so easy. Shouldn't have bought it. That's gonna crash me. I knew it. Alright, you can rent these things right here, these warehouses. All these warehouses are able to be rented. I'll give you a little quick tour real quick and show you how much they cost. Alright, so you can put planter boxes down in all these if you want to be a drug kingpin or whatever you want to do. /phone again. This one is $60,400 to buy, and then $20,100 every 24 hours. Alright, so it also comes with this storage unit right here, these boxes right here. You could put furnaces in here, same thing you could before. You could put workbenches out here, furnaces out here, planter boxes in here with the water sprinklers and everything like that. You could put the water catchers on the roof. There is a way to get on the roof and run down this the same way you do like at launch site in the regular game, you know. Get on the roof. You have another door up here that locks also automatically when you buy it. You can put your water catchers up here, your solar panels up here. You know, go back down. I'm just going back down so I don't break my legs and shit when I jump off the roof. Alright, we'll go back out, get back in the car. You can also come over here to Suntown. And of course it crashes right into the tree. I'm cutting all this off because it's all worthless crap anyway. Right. That also you can rent. That's a tier 3. You can rent that also. Alright. This is Suntown. It's just another little town. There's a bus stop here if you'd rather take the bus and spend $70 every time you want to go somewhere. Which, like I said before, is completely not worth it. I'm looking for a certain house, though. I think it might be this one. So, Suntown, right here. This is where we are. Alright. Come up here, open this door. So 1, 2, this is 3. This is the one I was looking for, the basement. So 4 doors, main loot, okay? 4 doors, main loot, all right? And nobody owned this one before, so. All right, I came in here to do this tutorial earlier when I was still naked and I didn't have the censorship on. And the boxes were full of stuff because somebody had lost it. So, all right, this is the one you want to get in Suntown. One of these. There's several of these in Suntown. You want to get one of them if you can. If they're all rented when you get here, obviously you need to go somewhere else. Or you can rent one of these other ones. You know, any one of these other ones are all okay. They just don't have as many doors. All right, see this one? Okay, that's another bunker one. Alright, let me show you how much these cost. somebody's in this. The one I went into before. Yeah, this one's the one I went into before because this kid is sleeping right here. He makes it so you can't purchase the damn thing. And he has stuff downstairs, which I'm not even going to bother showing you because it's just his boxes. Alright. So, let me see. Is anybody in... That's another warehouse you can get, like the one I showed you before. You know, Suntown, there's a bunch of these little houses. Not all the houses in here have the bunkers. Some of them don't. Which I'm trying to find one right now that doesn't. But if it ends up taking me too long, I'll just not do it. You can block these windows out with large wooden signs to keep people from looking in on your shit. And of course that one has one too. Anyway, there are houses in here without them, but as you can tell, I can't find one right now, so I'm not going to keep looking. So that right there, that little building with the red light, is a helipad. So if you buy a helicopter, you can spawn your helicopter in right there. Alright? So we'll go back out to the other level. Now, what we're going to do now is go to a gang hideout. Sorry, I forgot the name of what I was doing. Alright. We're going to turn a gang hideout. Gang hideouts are the way you make your PvP can happen in the gang house. A lot of PvP in the gang hideouts. You can also do quests in the gang hideouts. That's a level 3 we just passed. For some reason, this car will not stop spinning out. Alright, that's a level 3 behind us. You can grow your weed and stuff in there, or your cocaine or heroin or whatever you feel like planting at the time. Alright, we're going to go up here to gang hideout C. In the tutorial I did before, I went to gang hideout B, which is closer. But every time I entered it, somebody came there to kill me because he didn't want to turn, he wanted to keep it. Which is also what I said about a lot of PvP at the gang hideouts. This fucking car. Alright, when you enter a gang hideout, it's automatically kill on sight. If somebody's in here, I'm dead as soon as I get out of the car. Alright. Gang hideouts, you're automatically, as soon as you enter them, are able to be shot without being declared on. Alright. So you come back here to this thing right here. Click capture. It takes 2 minutes to capture this thing. I'm not going to wait. So I'm not going to be able to show you what you get for capturing it, but you can do missions at these things, and you can also use the recycler, which is right here. You can't use it if you're not, see, you can't use it if you're not already holding this. All right, same thing with this. You can't use the large furnace if you're not holding control of this. So once you get control, you can use those two things. Now you process your drugs at the recycler. Okay, if you want to do the drug thing, you process them there at the recycler. Alright, and then you take them to the black market vendor and sell them. Alright, I'm just trying to keep this video short, so I'm just hauling ass away from everything and going to try and tell you everything as I go. So, you do the black market vendor, which is down here. He is right there, black market dealer. And there's also a black market guy who will buy stuff from you at Livingston. I'll show you where he is now. Alright. Now, the only way to get a jackhammer and the planter boxes, which I told you about earlier, is to either craft them yourself by getting the diamond and making the materials, or buy them from another player. You can't buy them in the stores. Same thing with the planter boxes. You either go out and you get your materials to make them, and you make them, or you buy them from another player. Jesus, this car sucks. Okay? So, the way to get the tarps, you have to go to these dive sites. That diving location, this diving location, or with your metal detector while you're down here, you can do the debris field for your diamond. You can also get tarps at the same time. Okay, that's another way you can do it. The diving sites are probably the fastest way. All right, that's one thing you can enter. You can rent. I guess I'll show you while we're here. Or did I already? So this is a level 3. You get this door. This door. This one is /phone. phone. I'm trying to. All right, so it's $80,800 to buy it, 35,200 every 24 hours. All right, and it comes with those two high qual doors and these two high qual doors back here. So high qual door here, boxes, high qual door here, more boxes, and your bed. Okay. So this one's 4 high qual doors to get to main loot. Now you could put stuff in to slow people down. You can make an airlock right here if you wanted to out of the workbenches, and a locker or whatever. You could put your furnaces over here on the right. You know, you can do anything you want in here. You can put planter boxes in these things here. This particular one you can go all the way across. That one over there you can only go to there and there. Same thing with back here. The forklift and everything is in your way back here. You can't go straight across. This one is the only one where you could go straight across. All right. You can do other ones that have a little bit better of a layout that you can go all the way across on all 3 of them, so you can put more planter boxes in and make more money. The more money you make, the better you are. So there's also other jobs you can take. You can take jobs that are put up by other people for different things. If they want a diamond for a jackhammer, they'll pay you to get them a diamond, or they'll pay you to get them the materials for the diamond, or for the jackhammer. Sorry, not the diamond, but for the jackhammer or whatever. You can't make chainsaws anymore. You used to be able to make chainsaws, but not anymore. They took it out. I guess too many people were making more money than they should have been. Alright, so when you come back to Livingston, and this fucking car just flies all over the place again. Alright, watch out for those bushes right there, because that chair will stop you dead in your tracks. Alright, I just jump all this and take all the road out. I don't like going around the roads and everything like that. It's a waste of time. Alright, so you come back here. Here in Livingston, the safe zone again, right? Back in the safe zone. The real estate here is also a kind of a job. You make income from it. So for every storage locker, every apartment that's owned, whoever owns this building right here, the town hall, which is down here, right here. See it? Town hall. Whoever owns the town hall gets 10% every time those people pay their rent. All right, so you get 10% of whatever the rent cost is. Somebody owns this one. That's why the door's there, because somebody has it. He's getting rent from the ones that I showed you in the storage unit, and the one in the apartments that I showed you. He gets 10% every time they pay their rent, which is pretty good money if you do it. If there's enough people online and there are enough people with storage units or buildings, it's pretty good money. Now, you can also own the mining sites. Okay, you can own, let me go back out. You can own mining site B. You can own a safe logging B, or whatever, the safe logging camp. You can own the not safe logging camp. You can also own the not safe mining camp. It's $160,000 to buy this one. All right, and then it's 11,000 and change every 24 hours to keep it. All right, when you buy it, you'll get a bed to spawn in there. Any one of those that you buy, you'll get a bed to spawn in there. And you'll get 10% of whatever people farm. So if anybody is farming at the safe mining site right now, because I own the safe mining site, so I'm going to kill myself. We're going to go set mine site business. Stand up. Now we're in mine site B. Okay, we're down here in mine site B because I spawned in my bed. Open this door. This box, this is all the stuff. This is 10% of everything that everybody's farmed so far today. Or, well, however long. I think, yeah, today. Since yesterday afternoon. Yesterday night when I went to bed. This is all what they've mined all today. Now, when there's a lot of people on the server and the server is full, right now it's kind of dead because we're on an EU server and it's fucking 10 o'clock at night for me. So it's like 4 or 5 a.m. for them. For EU time. So, you know, this is jumping normally. There's a lot of stuff going on out here. And the boxes are just filling up steady as we go. Every time somebody hits it, you get 1, 2, 3, you know, it just keeps counting up. You know, that's one of the other things that you can do to make money. You can get all those, you can smelt them all down, and you can turn them in and sell them. Turn them in for the quests and stuff like that, like I showed you earlier for the wood. It's the same thing for the mining. Also, too, you have a workbench here where you can craft your stuff. Like I said all before, all workbenches are the same. You know, if you want to skin your stuff, you have this. I put that there. That's not normally there. This is a safe mining camp. Sulfur node, obviously. Stone nodes over there. Metal node over there. And those barrels, the crude oil barrels. Farm the crude oil barrels while you're here farming your other stuff for your mining. Okay? When you take mining, come here, farm all this stuff and the crude oil barrels at the same time because you'll need them later for either the wood to make hardened lumber or to sell to the job guy. He does ask for them when you get high enough. All right? And then once you hit a certain point, metal will no longer drop just metal. It will also drop copper. All right? Sulfur always is sulfur. It's never anything but sulfur. Metal also gives you copper and metal. Stone only gives you coal when you hit a certain point, and I'll show you right now. Watch. Hit it once. See in the corner, 4 coal. It doesn't give stone anymore. It only gives coal. All right. Each one of these things, the barrels, they drop 20 crude oil. All right. It's 20 crude oil to do one piece of wood, to turn one piece of uh, uh, treated lumber into hardened lumber. All right. So it can get kind of expensive. All right. Now, I got raided last night when I went to bed. Right before I went to bed, I got raided. I didn't realize they were coming to raid me, so I was just standing here talking to them. And one of the teammate guys just decided to shoot me because his friend had started the raid, and I didn't realize they did. Uh, but I had my electric furnaces in there burning everything that people brought to me so that I could sell it for money. Plus 2, if you don't want it, you can either throw it on the ground or you could put it on the market to sell it to someone else. You know, so it's a pretty good way to make money. This one is the most sought after property, and the safe logging site are both the 2 most sought after properties for these kind of businesses. All right, the town hall in Livingston, the town hall in Livingston, and what you can't see it because it doesn't have a name, but this area right here is the presidential suite. Okay, the one in Livingston, the town hall in Livingston, will cost you. This one is $250,000 to buy it, and I think it's like $40,000 or $50,000 to keep it every 24 hours. Okay, this one down here will cost you $1,000,000 to buy it, and I don't know what it costs per 24 hours because I never looked. All right. Now, if you're on and you want to raid people, you want to start getting into raiding, you need to rob this electronics store. You have to have at least a tier 2 gun in your hands, maybe even a tier 3 in order to rob the electronics store. And it will give you tech trash because you need tech trash on the server to make C4. Can't make rockets. You can only make C4. Actually, you can make rockets. I lied. So, C4 is what you want to use just because it's easier and faster. You're not there trying to blow a hole in everything with a rocket launcher. All right. You can also rob the weapons store. You can rob, I think you can rob the laundromat too. All right. You can kill people down here that have rented them. You can kill them because it's a PvP zone. Remember, Belk is not a safe zone. All right. You can also rob any place with a gun. All right. And then the prison, you can break your friends out like I already told you, I think. Uh, you can rob this little seafood shack also. There's a little gas station right here you can rob. You can rob the motel. All these things give you money, okay? The general store, I think it is, or the gas station. I think it might be the gas station. This one. Yeah, I think it's this one here. He also gives you drugs. He gives you pharmaceuticals. Or it's the clinic, sorry. The clinic guy, I believe, if you rob him, he gives you pharmaceuticals that you can sell part of your drug money. So you can make more money that way. All right. You can also turn these checkpoints on the map. There's, I think, 4 or 5 of them. You can also turn them. And when you turn them, the longer you hold them, the more money you get. Up to a certain amount. I think it's up to $5,000. And I think every 15 minutes you hold it, you get like $500 or something like that. I haven't done it before, but so you can also turn them for money. So that's pretty much the whole thing in a nutshell. Easy to get started. Now this right here, you can't actually get to that. This is the mall. So you have to go over here to not Belk. Or not IKEA, I mean. The shopping center. Not IKEA is right here. The mall is right here. You go into the mall and it puts you right here. and you can go to those 10 vending machines, you know. And if I'm not mistaken, players can rent out these buildings and sell stuff in them. So it ain't too bad. It's fun. It's different. And everything is done by cash, not scrap. Okay? Everything is done by your bank balance, that money. So now what I told you before about turning the gang hideouts. When you turn a gang hideout, you can do the missions at the gang hideout, but you also get money for the gang hideout. The longer you keep it, the more you get. Slash phone. Click gang system. All right. See, I don't have any right now because I didn't capture that one I was talking about. But this is me right. Where is it? Apparently it's gone. Oh well. I was the cartel, but apparently it disappeared when I made Joe. So, um, the longer you hold them, the more money you get. Marvel's on top right now. They've held it the longest. You know, they probably have 3 or 4 of them if they don't have them all. So, and when you own them, you can click on skills and put your points in these skills. You know, the upfront cost weapon is lowered by 15%. You know, or additional from selling weapon components. You know, upfront cost is down by 25% on the weapon convoys, or additional 25% when selling components. You know, all these are things you want. You know, ability to craft an L96 and a SPAS shotgun and LR300. And then this one, are an additional 20% more rep points for killing a player. Alright. I don't have enough points for any of those, that's why I don't have them. Same thing with drug dealing, you can do all that. You know, the drug convoys are also at the gang hideouts. So, you know, you can get all these. Same thing, you know, cartel is different. Cartel gives you remote control drones, which I don't understand why it gives me that. Military backpacks. So you go get military backpacks from the vendors. All right. And then Swift ability to process drugs 25% faster. At gang hideouts does not stack on top of the perk. All right. Consumable drugs. That kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah. So that's Lazarus Life 1 servers in a nutshell. There's a little bit more I could show you, but I don't want this video to be that long, so I'm just going to cut it off here. So I hope you guys have fun, and I hope you like it. I couldn't find anything else on it, which is why I made this video. So hope you guys will watch the video to see what you need to do, and hopefully you'll learn. All right, later.